It was a brilliant performance in the second half against Pirates today. The boys showed character. I think we were in total control there. We created more chances than them. The stats are there to prove that. But in saying that, they got the goals and we didn't get the goals. But with regards to the results, you're right. We haven't had the same defense in the last 6 matches. Ryan Ray's out. Given Mhango is out. Mhango is out. We just got back now. Williams is out with operation. So against Chiefs, Mhango was playing with Mzawa, and then he got injured. And then it was Mzawa with Mbele. And now we had to bring in Bevan in. So, any defense needs 2-3 games. They need time to settle in. We've just been very unfortunate with injuries. But in saying that, just review the stats. Even against Chiefs, we created more scoring opportunities than Chiefs. Even against Stellenbosch, we created more scoring opportunities. It was just not. You saw today how many opportunities we created. But if you don't put the ball in the net, it comes back to bite you. We understand. It's our second season in the PSL. Since the final, we've really been finding it hard with regards to the injuries. And we really couldn't just put a consistent team together. But in saying that, we know where we're going. It's not an event. It's not one game. It's a marathon, and we understand where we want to be in the next 3-4 years. We're still a very young team, trying to strengthen, and I think at times we were maybe boxing a little bit above our weight. But the injuries have really come to haunt us tremendously. And then you have to reshuffle. But I was extremely pleased with the performance in the second half of the team. The boys showed character, they showed dominance, and they really took the game to Pirates. Unfortunately, we couldn't get more goals. We've been trying a few different combinations now with a lot of injuries, and we found him to be a better impact player. He comes on, and he's a much better impact player. Otherwise, when you start him, he starts well, but then he seems to fade as the time goes on, and the opposition starts working around him, and they nullify him or they negate him. So we just believe that it must be difficult for anybody to plan against us. You start him, and then next time you don't start him, and then people don't understand what's happening. But I thought I thought Rama did very, very well. I thought Shalila did well. We created a lot of opportunities, and but we will come right. We'll come right. Yeah, look, I think it's a very good question. I think Kyle Peters got better as the game went on. He started. The first thing we spoke about before the match was let's not concede early, because it's his first game for Highlands Park. He hasn't played a game, and it was also Lisenya Ramoraka's first time back. It was Bevan also playing after some time, and we just wanted the players to settle down as quickly as possible. But you must give credit to Pirates. They came at us. But giving away the second goal, you can't do that with a big club like Orlando Pirates. You've got to defend well and hope that you can take your chances. But yes, we'll keep on working. As I say, we were all very pleased with the character that the boys showed. 3-0 down at halftime, or just after halftime. You need to show character, and those are the foundations you want to build in a team. So I was happy with the character. I was happy that Kyle at least got a game behind his back. Ramoraka got a game behind his back. Bevan got a game behind his back. And it's not easy when you play against a big team and a player hasn't played for 4 months. Now he must suddenly come in. You would have liked him to play 2-3 games before you come to a big game like this. But I'm very proud of the guys. They really, yes, we made mistakes in the first 10 minutes, but they really regrouped and they came back very strong. So we'll just keep on motivating them. And I've always said, there's something in Mbunjana. There's something there. It's a very, very special player. He's quick, he's strong, he's got skill, he's good in the air, he can shoot. But it was also just a process for us to get him mentally right. And we've invested a lot of time in him, and I'm sure he's going to even get better. Yeah, look, it is a concern, because we normally don't concede a lot of goals. But if you look at when we played Chiefs, it was Mzava's first game in a long time as well. Given Mhango got a knock on his knee and he tried to soldier through the match, but it affected him. So I think the concern of conceding the goals, I can definitely attest to that it's because of the injuries that we've got. We haven't had a consistent, the same defense in 2 matches. 2 matches. And that's where you build consistency. You need to build consistency. They need to sort of build a relationship there at the back. And injuries, look at Chiefs last year. They only had 4 players out and they couldn't make the top 8. And that's a big club. Now with us having also, injuries can really affect a club very, very negatively. And in this case, we felt it. We've never had so many injuries. Since the NFD, since our first year, we've never had so many injuries. But Williams is going for his operation. Mhango and Mhango have been asked for 10 days to rest since last week. Ryan Ray, they are still working on him, and it's not even it's a strange injury. It's like a nerve that's affected in his hamstring. So it's not a normal. It's not just an ordinary injury, a hamstring or whatever. And so we are hoping, and Makaula is also coming back. He's been cleared. Makaula is coming back, and we missed him tremendously. You remember when we played Pirates in the cup? He played. But in saying that, we are actually a little bit. You see what happened with these 3 games. We never had time for the players to recover, to get better. You get 3 games in 6 days, and a player is out for 10 days. So there isn't even time to recover. Fortunate, our match against Wits next week has been postponed, so we'll have 2 weeks, and then we play Baroka. So that will give us a bit of time to get these players back, play some friendlies, make sure that we get the team organized, and that's all we're hoping for. Just a full week and a half, so that we can just get these players back and get a little bit more consistency. But in saying that, it's been a blessing in disguise, because now you're creating depth, maybe at a cost, but we're still a young team. So I think we're creating that depth, and it will help us in the long run. I was actually happy because the directors came in and spoke to the players and told them that they were really proud of the second half performance. Sometimes you can lose a game, but as long as you see that fight, you see the character. So we are all pleased with it. And I think that's a bit of a, it's a bit of a, what's the word? It will encourage them. But we certainly will be doing some team building, chatting with them. We'll be working on a few things. So I think that's the way forward. The penalty, hey guys, I don't want to be called to DCs and things, eh? So I'm not even going to. There's nothing you can do about things like that. The authorities must fix it, because if I just say anything, I'm going to be summoned to the DC. So yes, we will appeal, but you'll say ref penalty. but you leave it at that. You've got no recourse. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't write a letter. You can't send a video. There's no recourse. So what do? You just carry on and you play. And hopefully it will be rectified one day. I think we've got one of the top biokinetics in the country. And the loading and recovery principles are second to none. And we also train with some of the best equipment that shows the load that we put on the players. I think one of the best in the country. So we can see exactly how we've loaded. We can see there's even a gyroscope. There's such a lot of information that we get from our loading. But I think, the boys showed you second half that they are in good shape. Good shape. The injuries the concern comes with injuries. It's when you have muscle pulls and groins. But with us, it's all contact injuries. They kick on the knee, kick on the ankle. It's all contact injuries, apart from Ryan, which is a nerve problem. But in saying that, I think the team is in good shape. It's just that we couldn't put a consistent team together. I said it earlier on the radio as well. Our condolences go out to the chairman and his family. It's really a sad affair, and we really feel it. And we send our heartiest condolences to them. And we did pray as a team this morning when we heard about the news. We prayed as a team just to pray for them to have strength during this difficult time. You've got supporters and you've got fans. So I think we need to distinguish there, There are, I believe there are supporters that will support the entire team when things are not going well. And that's what you expect from supporters. With regards to fans, they can say whatever they want to say, and they've got the right to say whatever they want. I mean, I was fired, I think, 7 times this week. Or I resigned 7 times this week. And some people just assume things happening and so on. But in all fairness, we've really gone through a bit of a bad patch. But I can tell you, we'll turn around. We'll turn around, and somebody's going to pay for this. We will turn around. And to the fans, all that we can ask them is when things are not well. We were in a cup final. In the NFD, we broke 6 records. First season in the PSL. First season, we went to the top 8. It's another record. It has never been done. Second season in the PSL, straight to a final. It has never been done. Now, we were very happy that they were behind us. But there are also speed bumps in football. We are not the only team that goes through a slump. All teams go through a slump sometime or other. And we just appeal to them to say, this is the time when the players really need their support, when the technical team really need the support. And to show that they are true supporters. You can't. What happens if we win the next 10 games? What's going to happen? You see, you can't just have things your way as a supporter all the time. Sometimes it's like a child. If your child fails at school, you can't abandon your child. You try and pick your child up, you try and encourage your child, and that same child goes on and becomes a doctor. So I think we need this support, and we certainly will appreciate it.